One Piece 1121. I'm Mike.
Tasha.
And yeah, so we didn't watch the last week's episode. We have no idea what the preview is, so we're kind of going into this blind. If the recap is anything to go off of, I'm guessing it's either going to go back to Garp and Kuzan, or we're going to see Kizaru make landfall at Egghead.
Ooh.
So
both are exciting.
Either one of those would be pretty awesome. Also, get a good look at my lovely wife in live action, because she will be going into surgery next week.
Yep.
And there's going to be a bit of a recovery period. She's not going to be feeling that great. So she will be on the couch. You will hear her. But you
might not see me.
But I'm probably going to put an overlay over the top of her because she won't be feeling good enough to get all dolled up.
Yeah, I'll be in my PJs under heavy pain medication with a brace on my hip and everything. Just not into being seen by the public.
She'll be in her work from home chic look. So
hobo chic.
Hobo chic. So yeah. That's what we've got going on. But it feels like every time they take a week off, it feels like an age that we're, since we've done this. So
I know. Gotta get back into it.
Yeah, like, all right, shake off the rust. Let's go. It's time for some One Piece. Let's do this.
And let's get. So it's Garp and Kuzan.
Garp time. All right.
What is this pounding beat?
I don't know.
Oh, this is probably Kuzan's training. Yep. Those look like full body's fingers. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wow. I think even Pai Mei from the Kill Bill series would be impressed with this.
Oh, wow. Brand new.
Oh, okay.
Oh, young Garp. So how old is Aokiji?
Right? Yeah.
You're looking good for being old. Don't worry. A flick of his pinky and Garp can take care of this guy.
Garp will make very quick work of this guy. We'll then go back to sleep. Take a little Garpatonin.
Bye-bye. Oh. Goodbye.
Dang.
Have a nice trip.
Just knocked him off the island.
Oh, look at that landing. As he drowns. Now time for this guy.
Watch him just stand there and eat it.
Nah.
Oh.
No. Human shield. Oh,
Pirate fireballs.
He names it.
Oh, God. Garpo, no. He is weaponizing the cannon fodder pirates by making them cannons fodder. Like. Ooh. Uh-oh.
But now, the one you actually care about. Oh no. Are you sure?
This feels like one of those quests in a video game where it's a false kidnapping and then they go, hey, hey.
Yep.
Wow, right on cue.
Oh boy.
Shiryu.
Oh.
Oh, right in the gut.
Koby, you idiot. Look what you've done.
Koby's a moron sometimes, man. This is why I don't like the absolute Puritan good guys that never see, like, they always trust everything is exactly as they see it. Because it leads to stuff like this, and it drives me crazy. This is Whitebeard all over again.
You know, I hadn't even considered that Garp could be killed.
Oh my god!
Oh! Oh! Now do as you're told!
Yeah. Yes, it is your fault. Now do what he said.
Oh, please. You ain't nothing. Oh. Oh.
Okay, pardon the pun, but that was cold.
Ice cold. Get out the way!
You gonna falter like you did with Luffy at Marineford? What went so wrong?
Right? What happened to you, Kuzan?
I feel like after he lost to Sakazuki, Sakazuki just told him something that just set him off the deep end.
Happened.
Like what he's gonna do with the Navy now that he's won or something.
Yeah, now Kuzan's pirate too.
Yep.
Garp just can't get anyone to stay in the Navy.
Well, maybe you shouldn't blow up a island of researchers for justice. This is like a totally different animation style all of a sudden.
Yeah.
See, this is rough because I actually side with Kuzan that the Navy is evil, but not that he would be willing to destroy Garp.
Right?
To do it.
Uh-oh.
Just a thought, that may have something to do with it.
Yeah, that's a hand.
Yep. Do you not know who your leadership is? Like,
right? Yeah, you guys gonna notice?
Yeah.
Just stand there. Wait for it to come.
I mean, how are you gonna run from that anyway?
I would still try. Oh boy. They need coup to burst.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, you gonna try to reason with them?
Right? But Garp, you are no longer on the side of justice. You may act with justice, but 0 people in your hierarchy act with justice anymore.
I don't know why, but
not that the pirates do really either, but you know.
Yeah, I don't know why though, but like in my mind, it wasn't even a consideration that Garp could be killed or die. And now I'm sitting here wondering like, oh god, is he gonna make it?
Right.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I said it a few episodes ago, like I almost feel like present day Luffy needs yet another reason to have to attack Blackbeard. And if he attacked Law and almost killed him and took out his crew, and then either captures or kills Garp, like, you don't need much more reason than that.
They better not kill Garp.
The thing that'll make me mad is if they do end up killing Garp, or they take him hostage and like hold him over the Navy or whatever, in place of Koby. The whole reason for it would be because Koby is such an idiot.
Right? Do what you're told.
You didn't trust that the other people there actually got all the people out and did their job. You immediately assumed that they missed somebody. And now look what's happened. You got Garp stabbed and now he's weak. Worst possible way for Garp to lose.
Yeah. And on top of that, because of Kuzan. Like, sure, Shiryu, I could see him doing that. He's a really evil dude. But, like, Kuzan, why is he doing this to Garp?
Yeah.
It all just feels so bad.
It does. Does not feel good. But the hard part is I don't feel like either side is either completely wrong or completely right. So it's like...
No.
It's a battle of gray right now, in my opinion.
But it makes more sense to treat a friend as a friend, no matter what side they're on.
Yeah. That's the part that irritates me, yeah.
Yeah. Now I might have to stick it out next week and find a way to be on camera, because, oh my god. I have to be reacting to this.
Impact inherited. Ooh.
Oh my god!
Koby's gonna get Meteor Fist?
Oh!
Or Galaxy Impact, whatever it was called?
Galaxy Impact.
Wow.
Oh!
That changes things.
If Koby could defend Garp and get him out of there, and Garp lives, I can forgive him. For being a dip. You know what? But... Oh.
Hmm.
Why do they gotta do this to me next week of all weeks? Like, it's gonna be so hard.
You're gonna be hopped up on pain meds, you're gonna be feeling trashy, and you're gonna be like, Koby! Do it!
Yeah, really. Like, oh.
Save Garp!
Somebody's got to, because Kuzan is just not even caring about their history.
Yeah.
Like, what is this? What kind of person are you, Kuzan? Did I judge you entirely incorrectly?
Yeah, possibly.
I'm starting to feel like I was just completely wrong about who Kuzan is, and that he's actually a bad guy.
Yeah, because I don't fault him for going against the Navy, but I do fault him for not even wanting to talk to Garp about why.
Right?
And instead just deciding, you're my enemy now, I'm going to destroy you.
Yeah.
Like,
and siding with Blackbeard to the point of destroying Garp, the guy who mentored you, who you shared all these good memories with, who cared about you, and basically helped shape you into the person you are today, for Blackbeard, the guy you met 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Like, what is this? Such a lack of any kind of loyalty on a friendship level. Like, I don't care about the Navy or whatever. I know he's not in the Navy anymore. It's not about that. But, like, he should have some ties in his heart to Garp.
Yeah. But to that end, he's not a Blackbeard pirate either. He's using them as a means to an end. He's not with the Blackbeard pirates.
And that makes it even worse, because he's doing this because this is Beehive and can't let people go because it would piss off Blackbeard or whatever. And so he's willing to kill Garp for that? Like, it seems so weak. Such a weak
I have
reason.
to know what the catalyst was that shifted his personality so strikingly.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, Sakazuki beat him, but I feel like Sakazuki said something about what his direction with the Navy's going to be or something, and it just set Kuzan off. And maybe now he feels like, Garp, you're still with them despite where he's leading them. Mm-hmm. Like, are you stupid? Because I do actually feel in some ways that Garp is an idiot.
Yeah.
Because he's with the Navy and he does his own thing. He does it his own way. He's got his own brand of justice. That part's all fine. But he sticks so closely to the company line of the Navy equals justice. And so I hate that Luffy isn't in the Navy. I hate that my son Dragon is not in the Navy. Like, how could you do that? How could you steer away from justice? Like, because you are not with an organization that represents anything even close to justice anymore.
But see, the way I see it is that Garp may know the shortcomings of the Navy, and that's why he stays in the Navy and why he started mentoring young soldiers to try to get a change to happen from within. Like, that's why he took on Koby and Helmeppo. They said as much.
Yep.
And I feel like that may not be why he took on Kuzan from what we just saw, but eventually it probably led to that point. Like, especially after he said, my son became started the Revolutionary Army, and then he came in and was like, my grandson wants to be a pirate. You know, I feel like at some point he may have put that pressure on Aokiji to try to change the Navy from within, and maybe that's why he challenged Sakazuki and that whole thing happened, because maybe he thought he could change it from within like Garp wanted to do. And then Garp stayed after that happened because he had Koby and Helmeppo at that point. Like, he may be thinking, I've got another promising young crop of soldiers who might be able to change this from the inside if they move up the chain. So it could be that is why he stays, and I could see that being an admirable thing where he knows what he thinks the Navy should stand for and wants it to stand for, and is doing his own best to get it there.
Yeah.
You know?
Possibly.
But that still doesn't explain Kuzan's behavior to me, because he might be like, the Navy's lost, you should leave. But even he could see that if that were the case, like, well, he's mentoring Helmeppo and Koby now. Like, he doesn't just abandon people.
Yeah, but my guess is that, at least from, if I were in Kuzan's shoes, I would look at Garp and be like, why are you putting it on the backs of everybody else? You're one of the strongest people in the whole Navy, and you refuse to do anything but be vice admiral because because you don't want the responsibilities and
you want your freedom.
You want your freedom of it, but it's like, you're strong enough to make your own freedom. If you want to change it, freaking change it.
Yeah.
Don't put it all on the backs of these young people who are going to take years and years and years. The Marines are oppressing people hardcore and destroying hundreds and thousands of lives, while you wait to bring up Koby and Helmeppo and a few others. Like,
yeah, I can absolutely see that argument too.
I have, like, from my perspective, I look at Garp and go, you disappoint me, man.
Yeah.
Because you have so much power to change things and you do nothing.
Yeah. I don't know. I just know that it doesn't make any sense to me that Kuzan is willing to freaking kill Garp right now.
Yeah.
Kill. That's very final. Like, that's not beating someone up. That's not kidnap. Like, he seems ready to murder Garp. And I just don't understand why he would go so far against somebody who mentored him.
Yeah. And I find the mechanism to weaken Garp in this episode kind of annoying because of two things. One, obviously, Koby fell for one of the oldest tricks in the book. Like, you and I obviously saw it immediately.
So naive.
Oh, that was really stupid.
Like, we were describing how it goes in, like, video games, like The Witcher 3 and stuff, as it was happening, and, like, I literally said the words just as they turned their faces.
Yeah.
So that was an obvious thing, and he fell for it, and it got Garp hurt. But secondarily, Garp rushed to his aid, and instead of just using his hand and diverting the sword, which he could have done, he just
hockey his stomach so that it would cling instead of go through him.
There's a number of different things he could have done differently than just, I will stand in the way and take it.
That does seem a little like, he's more powerful than that. He knows how to avoid these kinds of hits. Like, and he clearly knew Shiryu, he said, don't be so arrogant, Koby. His target was me. So he knew what was going on. And instead of somehow diverting it, blocking it, whatever, he just was like, my stomach is a perfect pincushion.
Yeah. So unless they show us a scene where, like, Shiryu is going after Koby, and you see Garp coming in from the side, and, like, at the last second, he diverts his blade to Garp, and, like, caught Garp off guard or something.
I still don't buy it, though, because Garp sensed that Garp was the target, not Koby. Like, he understood these things intrinsically, and then didn't actually do what needed to be done to either divert his blade away or block the blade somehow. And I wouldn't even put it past Garp to be able to just break the dang blade. Yeah?
I mean, it was a hockey-coated blade, so there's that, but...
Yeah, but Garp has insane hockey.
Yeah.
So, at least I think he does. That's all the red lightning, right?
Yeah, I mean, if he was able to duke it out with the Rocks Pirates, he's clearly a hockey god.
So, like, I feel like Garp could have done better there. That it feels very, is it Ex Machina? Is that the term?
Yeah, I'll call it sacrifice Ex Machina.
Yeah.
There's so many times in movies and TV and anime and all that where, like, somebody will sacrifice themselves for someone else, and it was the most completely unnecessary way to do it.
They totally did not need to do that.
Like,
it didn't need to happen.
You could have rushed to their aid and stopped whatever was going to hurt them without just going, you know, the whole thing where they do that and they make themselves wide and then just take the blade or whatever. Like, there's so many ways.
And if this is the way that Garp dies, it just feels bad all around. Everything about it feels bad.
Yep.
But then again, you know, it's the same thing like Ace dying. He died because he got cocky.
Yeah.
And then, you know, thought everything was fine and hunky-dory, and then Sakazuki makes him a donut.
Oh, donuts.
Yeah. If it were up to me and I was able to write the show for myself, if I knew Garp had to die for plot reasons or whatever, I would have preferred it that he said, all right, everybody off. We've saved everybody. Get on the ship and get out of here. I'll hold them off and catch up.
Yeah.
And then literally it's a fight of him versus all the Blackbeard pirate leadership.
Yeah, that would be more believable.
And it's like this big epic thing. And then, like, you can see that he's holding his own, but they're getting an occasional slice in or occasional punch or whatever, and they just wear him down over time. But
yeah.
I just feel like this way is cheap.
I don't think that Koby and the others could ever stomach leaving Garp to that fate. So
yeah,
I don't know that you could write it that way realistically, because they wouldn't leave.
Yeah.
As we've seen, he won't even leave if it's one civilian, possibly. So
Koby, jeez.
I get it. You are justice. You want to protect people. You want to save everyone. But use your head.
But man, you really show yourself to be a child sometimes. I mean, he is a child.
Naive.
So he is a child, so I get it. But, like, he seemed like he had matured quite a bit.
Yeah,
and then you see something like that and you're like, come on.
With the things he has seen and the pirates they've dealt with and everything, you would think that he would understand that they use dirty tactics. Expect tricks. Be a little sus once in a while.
I mean, he was yelling at them to spare the ship because everybody's on board, so...
I know. Like, you can reason with them and be like, no, don't do that. And they're going to be like, oh... No one's ever spoken so nicely to me. I guess I'll let you live. Like, no, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah. If I wanted Deku, I would watch My Hero. This is One Piece, Deku. So I need my main character people to be smart and understand who they're dealing with. Because I don't need Tanjiro. I don't need Deku. Those people are trash. I mean, they're good people, but I hate their attitude about the endless optimism of everything is good and I trust everybody.
It's like they don't have any sense of realism. They're just solid idealism. They feel that things should be a certain way, therefore they are a certain way. And they couldn't possibly fathom that maybe there are dishonest people in the world.
Yeah, they just apply their idealism to everybody around them, no matter how evil or
Yeah.
villainous, whatever.
They're judging everyone else by their own heart.
Yeah.
They know what they would do, what they think, what they feel, and they apply it to everyone around them, not realizing that someone else doesn't have the same heart as you.
Right.
They don't think the way you do. They don't feel the way you do.
Yeah.
And to them, these dirty tactics are normal.
And
It's just Tuesday.
And it gets people that you love killed.
Yeah. Because you didn't even consider that they were lying.
Right.
That they were tricking you, deceiving you.
You refuse to see the world as it is.
Yeah.
You see the world as it should be.
Not even a hint of realism.
Yeah.
Just idealism.
Yeah. So that's annoying.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I still picture Perona somewhere going, why is everything screwed up?
Yeah, seriously. Poor Perona is underground somewhere. That whole island is shifting and moving and things are destroyed. Like, oh, she's lucky because she can phase through things. She'll be fine. But if she doesn't get Moria out of there, oh, it's not going to be so good for him.
Yeah, wow.
But at least my girl's gonna be okay. She'll just be like, whoop, whoop, right through all the rubble, everything. She'll be fine.
Yeah. I do love that Wolf woke up and everybody was cheering for him, and Garp was like, no, nighty-night. I love that played out exactly as we were commenting on it as it happened. Like, no, this guy's gonna get one punched and it's gonna be over.
But he got yeeted off the island.
Yeah.
I didn't expect him to get, like, just way off the island.
I didn't either.
I expected him to fall down.
Yeah, but that was good stuff. And then Island Fruit Guy basically killing the runtime of this episode by the ever so slow Pika moments of just watching gigantic body parts slowly rise and fall. And I started getting PTSD flashbacks of, you may recall in Dressrosa, whenever Pika was moving towards the plateau with like Usopp and Riku and all that on there, they kept playing this one clip over and over of like his foot landing in the city, and it looked it looked ridiculous, but they played that exact clip sometimes, if my memory serves, like 4 to 5 times in a single episode. It was just recycled footage of a foot coming down on the city. I
do remember that whole Pika segment was so
painfully
drawn
slow.
out.
Yeah.
Like, the pacing on that was atrocious.
Yeah.
So
we're just getting that again.
I understand though that they're moving slowly to try to convey the feeling of a massive object moving. Like, it gives it more weight to move it slowly like that, but it's boring to watch.
It is, yep. It's not exciting. And then apparently...
Let's wrap it up.
Yep. And then apparently all the pirates on the island are like, what the heck's happening?
Yeah.
I have no idea who's actually leading us and what they do and what they're capable of.
I mean, it's probably true that Blackbeard probably just sent the call out, hey guys, come to this island. And they've probably never even met the main players of the crew. They just party on the island. They probably have multiple taverns that they just carouse in, and they're allowed to be rowdy, and they're just living their best pirate life.
But not more than a few episodes ago, when we were last here, he was actively taking that skull and talking through it and manipulating all the buildings to like surround people and stuff. Like,
yeah, so the memory is
he's
pretty
used
short.
the power before in the time that we've been watching. So the fact that they're surprised now, like, what's going on?
And if I remember right, in one of the other episodes, the main guys like Shiryu or somebody, when they talked about him, they were like, oh, he's at it again, as if to imply he has wrecked the island before.
Yeah.
So
unless those guys literally showed up,
they might be new
earlier that afternoon, but even still, he's been manipulating stuff since Garp has been there.
Yeah,
so
same day.
And like, I forget her name now, but the dominatrix Navy chick.
Oh, yeah.
She was like whipping the buildings to like create a wall. Like, you can't just do that. I mean, maybe that's her power, so maybe they
it is her power.
Yeah, but like, manipulations had been happening, and he talks through the skull. So
Yeah.
you have to imagine
Yeah.
somebody know. So that always cracks me up when that kind of thing happens. It takes me back to like early One Piece days where you would know. Like I think back to when they're running from Sentomaru, the Pacifistas, and Kizaru in Sabaody.
Mm-hmm.
And they know Kizaru is made of light.
Yeah.
They know this. But in an effort to save Zoro, Brooks stabs through Kizaru and it doesn't work. And he goes, "Oh, I can't stab him. What do we do?" It's like, you knew that he was made of light.
But
Well-
I mean, it's still a confirmation. Like, you still gotta try to hit him and see if it works.
I know,
And
but
then
there's
it
so
could
many.
be a little shocking, like, well,
Yeah.
crap, this didn't work. What do I do now?
Yeah.
You know?
But there's so many moments like that in this anime, and it's not
Yeah.
just One Piece. It's all animes do this.
Yeah.
But like I think that happened
Like,
with
you have the
Crocodile.
knowledge. Use your head.
Yeah, because I think it happened with Crocodile. It happened with Enel, I think.
Well, you
know,
also get a lot of the flip side of that. A lot of people telling you, you can't do that. That doesn't work on him. Blah, blah, blah. And then Luffy does it and it works. And they're all like, it worked. Oh my God. And it just shows you, well, yeah, you got to try anyway. You never know.
yeah, I guess. But in some cases, they try it multiple times and continue to be surprised
Shocked
it's not working.
every time. Yeah, it's like, well, it didn't work the first time. Why do you think the second time's going to be any different?
Yeah, so if you know what a Logia fruit is, you know you can't touch them without Haki
Mm-hmm.
or some special circumstance.
Yeah, like Luffy using his own blood.
Yeah, or just being rubber against a lightning guy. you
Yeah,
know.
that one was great. Like, nobody considered, well, I'm rubber. I don't conduct electricity.
Yeah. Huh. Well, it looks like we're going to get more of this next episode, so it's going to be a
Next
continuation.
week looks so good.
Hopefully with less aisle, slow
Yeah, less of that, please.
type moments, but
Just move at a semi-normal pace and don't show it 17 times. Just do it and get it done with.
yeah. But I'm still mad they depowered Garp the way that they did. I think that
Yeah, it feels bad.
it feels very cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Very cheap.
Like, insert plot device. Even though it goes against the character.
Yeah.
But, well, is what it is. I will be very, very mad if he actually dies from this. Like, he better not. This is not the way for Garp to go out.
No. And if I think about it, it almost parallels, like Kuzan hates Sakazuki, but almost the same tactic was used where you distract Garp and then like Sakazuki convinced Squard like Whitebeard is the bad guy
Mm-hmm.
and got him to stab Whitebeard. And now like you distract Garp and get Garp stabbed
Yeah.
in not the same, but
Not exactly the
reminiscent of
Yeah.
what happened. So it's like, see, Kuzan, you're dirty pool, old man.
same. Quite.
So
I don't understand.
yeah. But I can't really think of anything else to say. It was a fairly laser focused episode, so
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, man. This sucks. Reacting next week is going to be so hard.
yeah.
We'll see if I can manage. I'll do my best. We
If
don't
you can
know.
manage, great. But if not, then it'll be like an interview with Oda where your face is missing, but
Yeah.
it'll be your whole video
You'll
panel.
at least hear my reaction, if not see it.
Yep.
So.
So I'm sorry. It's just going to be my mug for potentially the next couple weeks. We'll see how she's feeling.
Yeah.
Apparently the surgery, some people come out of it and feel just fine immediately, and other people are in pain for a number of weeks. And she's a natural redhead, so those mutants tend to have more proclivities to have pain and a lower pain
Yeah.
threshold. So
I'm an X-Man with the worst power known.
yes.
I just feel more pain and need more anesthesia and
Yes.
things like that. So
I have super regeneration in claws. I can morph through walls. I can turn myself to steel. I can wreck you with my mind. I feel more pain.
Yeah. I got the short end of the mutant stick, dang it.
When you punch me, I bleed more than the average person.
I don't know.
Power.
But yeah, I usually end up being quite the big baby and being in pain a lot, so we'll see how it goes.
Yep.
But maybe after a week has passed, I will be ready to be back at it normally.
Yep.
But we'll work something out. Please stay tuned through it. I hope that you stay tuned through it and stick with us till I can come back.
Yep. And for those of you who like some of our other content, I don't know if you can see it through the camera and the dark lights, but we have a bunch of cards on our table back there. We're getting ready to submit a big old Beckett order.
Hopefully they give us good grades that match our pre-grading.
Yes, hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
That would be a nice change of pace.
Yeah, it really would.
Yeah.
But that'll be happening soon, so in a few months you'll see the results of that. And yeah, in the meantime, we'll be here reacting to everything we can get our grubby little hands on.
That's right. Very grubby. But for now, I'm Mike.
Tasha.
And we are Billion Beri. And if you want to see more of our reactions, you can see them right here. And if you want to see some of our recent One Piece TCG openings, you can check them out over there.
Make sure you like and subscribe so you get notified of all these goodies happening.
Yes. And we will catch you next week.
Bye, guys.
See you later.